Taylor Swift is an incredible songwriter, one of the best of our generation. But you know why people love her? Sure, the music's good, but it's really because she knows how to write lyrics that tell a story and reintroduce us to the familiar. What does that mean? Let me explain. Hi, I'm Clifford Stemme, the Pop Song Professor, and welcome to my channel where we make English class awesome by explaining and sometimes deconstructing song lyrics on school days. And today, we're deconstructing Red by Taylor Swift to find out how she makes those lyrics so dang catchy. If you haven't watched my video on Taylor Swift's Endgame, you don't really know what euphonic links and sonic thumbprints are. So go watch that now, but I'll give you a brief reminder. Basically, a euphonic link is a poetic device like rhyme, alliteration, or repetition that uses repeating sounds to show connection between words or lines in a song. And a sonic thumbprint is the particular sound the artist chooses to repeat. Consider this line: faster than the wind, passionate as sin, ending so suddenly. Taylor rhymes wind with sin, sure, but she also uses alliteration with the th sound, and she repeats the s, t, a, and n sounds. All that connection is why that line sticks in your mind. It's all connected like a giant spider web of repeated noises. Think it's just a fluke? Oh no. Taylor Swift is a very, very intentional person. Look at this other line. Loving him is like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street. Not only will this line rhyme with the next one, but there's alliteration in the L and D sounds, consonants in the I, and N sounds, and an imperfect rhyme with the E sound. Are you convinced that she's a poetic genius yet? I mean, we've only talked about 2 lines, but that was only a warm-up for what I'm about to show you. Basically, to write Red, she took the concept of euphonic links and applied it on a structural level. Have you ever noticed that Red contains a lot of ing nouns like losing, forgetting, or remembering? These are called gerunds, and they're basically verbs or action words retrofitted as nouns. You can love someone, or you can talk about loving as a thing or process. Let's take a look at the ing words in Red. Starting with the first verse, we see an overview of the best times of their relationship. Loving him is like driving a new Maserati. Loving him is like trying to change your mind. And then in the chorus, we see the relationship dying. Losing him was blue. Missing him was dark gray. Forgetting him was like trying to know somebody you never met. But loving him was red. The but loving sends us back to the good times only to relive the process of the death of the relationship in verse 2. Touching him, memorizing him, fighting with him, regretting him. And the bridge shows that the memories are still alive. Remembering him, but moving on from him is impossible. Burning red. The memories are still burning in her mind even though the relationship is over. So what's so brilliant about this? Well, notice how she's told basically the entire story in just the first few words of just a few lines. They loved each other, then she lost him. She missed him once he was gone. She tried forgetting him, and then the but loving sends the story back to when things were good. She was touching him, the awkward first steps of a relationship, memorizing him as they got to know each other better, but then they started fighting, and she ended up regretting the relationship. Even still, she remembers him and finds moving on impossible, with the memories still burning red in her mind. Throughout Red, Taylor Swift uses the ing sound at the beginning of a line to signify that you need to listen up, to emphasize important parts of the story. So what's the takeaway for lyric writers and listeners? Well, while it may seem simple, if you outline the story of your song and then basically transform it into bullet points while using clearly recognizable repeated sounds to mark big things happening, you make it easier for people to connect to your story and song. You are more than allowed to make a very simple structure for your song. It doesn't have to be some sort of huge, complex undertaking. Taylor Swift very simply and directly signals when we should care about something and what we should care about. In a short amount of time, she deconstructs a complicated relationship to show us in very clear ways what exactly happened, showing that perhaps in this case, simple was best. If you want to learn how to write clear, simple lyrics like Taylor Swift that connect with people and give a powerful meaning, check out my Patreon in the description down below. I've dedicated that entire page to helping you learn how to write lyrics well. You'll get access to a community of songwriters like you who will give you feedback and who you can give feedback to. And once a month, you'll get to hear my opinions and ideas on your song lyrics. If you're just getting started and not quite ready to get serious about lyric writing yet, there's also a link in the description where you can get free tips about how to improve your lyrics. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out these videos here, and I'll talk to you later.